And what I hope it does is that it gets you to think twice about giving your money to a man.
Hello, back in the day, marriages lasted longer because, women, we didn't have freedom. And we didn't have freedom because we didn't have financial freedom. Real, these men are lost.
You keep picking the wrong man because you don't love yourself.
Women don't pick the wrong men. Men just literally be faking their whole personality.
Really? Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
This is going to piss a lot of you women off, but you're not going to be surprised, but it is going to piss you off. And what I hope it does is that it gets you to think twice about giving your money to a man. And I don't care if men get upset, but when I tell you that I have, over the past, I would say 6 months especially, become so strict with my standards because I realize just how much men continue to take and just not play fair. Listen to this. As for property, besides absolute possession of his wife's personal property and a life estate in her lands, the husband took any other income that might be hers. He collected wages earned by her labor. He collected her money from her labor. Her money was not her money, even if she worked for it. Naturally, it followed that the proceeds of the joint labor of husband and wife belonged to the husband. Oh my God. I don't know if y'all remember, there was something on TikTok a while back of this woman being like, yeah, I give my man my check. And women were like, what are you talking about? Why would you give him your money? And I never saw the video, but it seemed like she was pretty proud about it. I read this and I thought about this. I'm like, sis, you can keep your money. You can have a bank account now. With the exception of women who are being financially abused, which is a whole other conversation. For women who willingly give their money away to their men, to their husbands, what? No.
She sounds like a feminist from the 50s. I'm sorry. She's speaking like it's still the 50s. Women are kind of running things now. It's gotten to the point where guys are being pushed out of jobs for women. It's really happening.
No, absolutely not. If you work for something and that is your money, you keep your money. If anything, his money is your money. Your money is your money.
It's been that way for a long time. Where women, where are you living? Women always say, his money is your money. Your money is your money. That's been a long saying since the 90s.
Here. For a woman to have a child out of wedlock was a crime, and colonial court records are full of cases of women being arraigned for bastardy. Bastardy? For having. We're going to get into that in the next video. This is insane.
So it sounds like she's talking about something from many years ago. Many years ago. Because now, none of that's happening. Women are running amok with us. And there's nothing we can do about it. Woman giving a man money? What is this, 1950? Maybe 1960? Stop it. Get some help.
Most of our dads were jokers. That's the reality. And that's why the dating scene is the hot mess it is today. Before I get into it, it's your internet big sis with Love Bets here, back with some sisterly dating advice. Guys, it occurred to me this morning, hence the fresh out of the bed, that a lot of our dads were not around. And a lot of our dads that were around were quite irresponsible, if I'm being really honest. I'm talking from the perspective of Black, British, West Indian, African. I would say a lot of our dads, were not present. A lot of dads were in jail. What are you doing in jail? You've got kids. A lot of our dads were living in Africa, but their kids are living in the UK. A lot of our dads were very part-time, left the bulk of the responsibility to the mothers. Hello, it's a two-person job. It's not easy to raise a child. Not even especially. Your daughter needs a male input and your son needs a male input. Where the are you? So the result of that is a dating and relationship scene where it's mostly been shaped by on the ground by women and what they think a relationship should be, and then more culturally by pop culture, which is what music. So that's rappers, movies. In those things, they always show like the best version, the high life, everyone living their life. So there's not like a steady, respectable, responsible like view of married men, because there aren't really that many who play their position in the black community. So that's why you have girls that talk about, when I have a man, I want this, just a bunch of unreal stuff that makes no sense. Like, first of all, the fact that I cannot believe I've come to an age where the main thing women are looking for in relationships is money. Like, are we not seeing the regression? And the men will be shouting about, marriages were better back in the day. Guys, hello. Back in the day, marriages lasted longer because, women, we didn't have freedom. And we didn't have freedom because we didn't have financial freedom.
The Bible says that the wife should submit to the husband, but also that the husband should serve the wife. And people often miss that part out. It comes in tandem. That we are a unit that are supposed to support each other. So yes, I think feminism is actually the downfall of Western society, and because it's encouraged women to become men in order to be equal, and we're not about equal. Again, we're not a tolerant faith, we're also not an equal faith. We're complementary. Men and women are different. We're equal in dignity and worth, but that is it.
That sounds like a good thing. Marriage lasted longer because you had to stay with your man. Because you're not with your man, you don't have anything. Now, I'm not seconding that woman should be under the rule and thumb of a man. I am seconding it. Why am I seconding that? Because God ordained it, right? Now, are there some bad men out there? Yes. Should you be judging those bad men? No. But should they not do that? Yes. But is that most men? No. I'm getting tired of you women trying to pick what a couple of men do on most. Because nowadays, that's not the case. Especially when it comes to black men. Most black men are responsible, and most men don't have kids. So who are you blaming this on, really? If most men aren't having kids, where do you point the finger to? The woman, right? Because look at nowadays. Who are you blaming? You talk about what happened back then. Back then isn't now. What happened back then isn't now. But let me let it finish.
Reliant on that man to eat, to sleep, excuse my language, to like why would you want to go back to that mindset for some bags? Because the reality is, all that glitters is not gold. So yeah, you're going into that lifestyle for what you can see, this car, this thing. Do you think men are that nice? Do you think men just think, these reprobate men, I'm sorry, men, who have baby mothers all over the gaff, who are talking about, high value man this and and they think a high value man is someone that's got money. You think this person is now going to convert into a wonderful husband and father? Baby, let's be for real. These men are lost. Look at you. They're confused. And I'm not coming for the men, because men, I understand women, we've got our own to do, but let me handle that. Like I always say, I'm a feminist that holds.
Yeah, you're a feminist, and that's the problem. That is what messed everything up. Feminism. Look, think about it. You women have too much choice, right? Let's break everything down. Most men are single and childless. So what's the problem? Fathers are to blame. So if most men are single and childless, right, and you're blaming fathers, and a small amount of men are the ones having the kids, and it's been that way for quite a while, I'm sure, right? Who's the blame on? The blame is on you. You all want that guy that has that mystique, that aura of mystery, right? You want that guy that drives you crazy. You don't know his next move. Everyone else wants that guy.
Women accountable. But the truth is, we're just all over the place. We do not know the rules for dating and relationships.
That's not us, okay?
And that's why we can't fathom, well, I personally struggle to fathom a relationship lasting from young to old, especially, unfortunately, within the black community. I would love for it to. It's not, it's not something that I'm wanting for my community, but it's just definitely something I'm seeing around. We see these really great relationships and they never last. Why? Because I think as I don't want to say race, yes, we have been hurt by our fathers, not only by their absence, but the results of what that absence has caused. We do not know what it looks like in a normal relationship. We don't understand that in a normal relationship there's balance. And as women, we do not understand men. Oh my God. When I hear women talking about men, I literally think, that's why you're getting spun. That is why you're getting spun. Because I'm so sorry, women, I love you with my heart, but as a gender, we are so dumb. These men are running circles around us. They're laughing at us in the group chat because we don't know what is going on. And when I tried to tell you, because baby, I've been spun, it's not happening again, I had to go and do some research. Like, women will argue with me, but how come you're not getting the results? How come if you're searching for all this, like, who was it that said, if you lot are doing all the picking, how come you haven't got the CEOs and the big bosses? Like, it's not working, ladies. Like, say what you want about me. I'm living a comfortable life, baby. With a man that I cook for, I clean for. You know, there's balance in our home. But, baby, he got money. He looks good. He does everything he needs to do. However, I'm still in the same position as you. Tomorrow, that's the real truth, because there's baddies out there. There's temptation out there. There's life out there. And I also don't know how he's been brought up will affect him in later life. So that's why it's very important for us all to go to therapy, because life is tough. Life is step by step. And unfortunately, a lot of our fathers did not give us the knowledge that we need to really hold and sustain a valuable relationship. Rant over. Now, like I always say, there's always an exception to the rule. For best results, assume it's not you.
Well, on that front, I agree with you, right? A lot of women have daddy issues. But what did you do? How did you say you got your man, right? He takes care of you. Maybe you're married. I don't know. Maybe you're married. I would love to hear if you said that. But what are you doing to keep him? You say he may get with someone tomorrow. But would you stay with him? I think you would, right? So she says she's a certified dating coach. All you're doing is exactly what a guy like me would suggest you to do, right? That man mess up, make it work. Stop looking for a way out. That's what you got to suggest to women. Are fathers to blame? Yeah, past fathers be to blame somewhat. Also past mothers, right? Who knows what was done to drive that father away? I don't know. Maybe it was government, right? Maybe it was government in the States. You said you were from UK or whatever. I don't know what it was over there, but I know over here, a lot of it was government. A lot of it was issues in the community. But now, what's happening now is the men now are nothing like you're explaining. Now it's not like that. So can women find a man now? Yes, they can. Because you spoke about the future, and we're in the future right now. Women need to pick the right men. Say that, but you're a certified dating coach. You're speaking in circles. You're speaking about things that happened back then. Talk about now and talk about what woman needs to do now. Talk about how you got your man, which should be your husband, and how you're keeping him. Talk about that, what's going on right now.
Don't you agree, Mr. Feather? Word.
That's what I want to see.
You keep picking the wrong man because you don't love yourself. Everyone who you choose to have in your life is a reflection of yourself, is a reflection of how you feel inside. So if you're picking men who do not value you, who do not treat you well, it's because you do not value yourself. You are not kind to yourself. You do not speak nice words to yourself. You do not believe you deserve better.
No, that's not why they're picking the wrong man, because you're not nice to yourself. They're picking the wrong man because all women don't know how to pick.
There's not a girl on this panel or on the planet today who couldn't walk outside and find a man who's going to be nice to her, loyal to her, and make her his queen. Mm-hmm. Women don't want that. So they'll sit there and go, no, I want Chris Brown. And then they'll go try to get Chris Brown. Then Chris Brown will cheat. And they'll be like, I can't believe he cheated. I am devastated.
They need the parents to pick for them or another man to pick for them. That's the case.
Women don't pick the wrong men. Men just literally be faking their whole personality.
Really?
It's not my fault.
I'm so happy someone else finally said it. People are always like, you need to pick better men. You guys are picking the wrong men. No, I'm picking a man who's not really the man he says he is. And not even gonna hold you, some guys out there, y'all really be putting it on. Y'all are in the wrong career. You need to call Tyler Perry, because the way that y'all be acting like you a good guy and you really just a piece of is That is Oscar-worthy performances.
I gotta stop it, right? I remember, and I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's all over TikTok. You woman, TikTok, also there's other apps too, but TikTok is really turning to the exposure of the modern woman, right? You know why guys are lying? I seen it in a TikTok video, another TikTok video. The woman said, "You said you don't have it. Why are you telling me that? Now I really don't want you." She told the guy he should lie to her. And now you're saying you don't want the man to lie. But then if he would have lied, he wouldn't have gotten you. And other women are telling him to lie.
Okay? But it's only so long they can hold up that act. And the real them starts unraveling. And that's when you see the real thems coming to the surface, pack your bags and go, ladies. Okay?
She's really the problem. Women are the problem. All right, guys. Now I got to get into this because this is actually a story from a guy. But he commented to me, and I feel him. He felt the difference between foreign women, of course, and women in the West. That's what he said. Moving and even visiting the U.S. isn't all it's cracked up to be. I met 2 Puerto Ricans, a 19-year-old woman visiting the U.S. and a man in his 30s that had actually moved here. Met both while driving for Uber. The 19-year-old woman was nothing less than disgusted by the conduct of Puerto Ricans living in the U.S. She was especially disgusted in the woman's conduct here. Speaking with this 19-year-old was a breath of fresh air. She was pleasant, feminine, intelligent, funny. The 30-some-year-old gentleman feelings identically reflected the 19-year-old woman speaking with him. He was here for a few months and had felt that the Puerto Ricans here were not the same as back home. He told me that for the past 9 months, he worked and went home saving every dollar. When I picked him up, I was taking him to the airport. He was moving back to Puerto Rico that day. These 2 people made a lasting impact on me. It comes to morals and conduct. It is true. What's happening here in the West, especially with women, they don't have the morals and conduct, right? And I'm sure what the woman seen. The woman got over here, turned on the TV, and seen whop, whop, whop. That's some wet. There's some holes in this house.
Yeah, you dealing with some wet and gushy.
There's some holes. She said, whoa, wait.
Wet and gushy. I'm talking wop, wop.
Wait a minute. What's going on here? Right? So she's seen that from her own Puerto Rican people. Listening to certain music, watching how they conduct themselves, seeing how the women were using guys for no reason. Like, and that's all it was about. Because what she's seen probably is modern woman being modern 304s. And she was disgusted. Just like the guy came over here and seen people doing certain things that he wasn't used to and saved every penny to go back home. And that's because people come over here and the people that keep their morals and the same conduct, they look at American life and go, it happens all the time with Filipinos. It happens all the time with people from other cultures. And then they go, wait a minute, no. And then they start buying the food and see how much more expensive it is and go, I can't wait to get back. Same thing happened with the brother Rodney, right? He just got married to Marielle. He's moving to California. I told him. I said, bro, when she goes out there to California, because this is what happens with her, right? She sees the prices of things. Like he goes and buys food now, right? He got some fried beans and he got them from the store at like $5. She's like, oh, well, no, don't buy that. I said, you live in California, right? He said, yeah. I said, where'd you get it back there? She's gonna want to get out right away because she's gonna see you're gonna go shopping. She's like, oh no, it's too much. Oh no. And then she's gonna try to get food and see the prices of organic. Because out here, man, I got watermelon the other day. $1 for a half a watermelon. I spent like around $1.40. And it was organic, it had black seeds in it. You know, people say, oh, there's no watermelon with seeds in it. Yeah. She can go over there and see the difference. And that's what happens. And then people start realizing it's definitely more to life than going through this. I might as well go back home.
He ain't lying.
This is the way.
Passport, bro. Passport. No.
Who's coming?